From WREL News and the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network, this is your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Friday, May 22nd, 2020. I'm Cliff Baumgartner. Here's the latest from WREL.com. North Carolina goes into Phase 2 of its three-step reopening plan tonight at 5 p.m., allowing businesses such as salons, spas, and restaurant dining rooms to open their doors for the first time in months. Since the pandemic began, restaurants have had to readjust, offering takeout only. It's been a new experience for customers as well, and while the food may taste the same when dining rooms open tonight, restaurant owners say the experience will be a little different. The NC Department of Health and Human Services has already issued guidance to restaurants, including to keep tables at least 6 feet apart, both indoors and outdoors, keep 6-foot gaps between counter seats, and to seat only 50% of maximum capacity based on fire codes. Some restaurants will take extra steps, like paper menus and plexiglass shields. Wearing a mask is encouraged, but not required. Other restaurants won't open right away, and sadly, many across the state have announced permanent closures due to irreparable financial damage caused by the pandemic. Salons and spas can also reopen at 5 p.m., although some will wait until next week or even June to welcome customers. They're expected to follow similar health and safety guidelines, and customers are encouraged to make appointments in advance to help limit the rush. Although the statewide stay-at-home order lifts today, those who are particularly vulnerable to the coronavirus, such as the elderly or people with pre-existing conditions, are still advised to stay at home as much as possible. And everyone, regardless of age or condition, should continue to maintain social distancing, wear face masks when in public, and practice good personal hygiene, such as frequent hand washing and not touching their face. Phase 3 of the state's reopening plan could go into effect in 4 to 6 weeks, but that can only happen if positive health trends continue. After a couple months in self-isolation, many people will hit the beaches this weekend to celebrate Memorial Day. That means more business for the tourism industry on the North Carolina coast, but there's some uncertainty for travelers. The pandemic has jumbled holiday traffic predictions. For the first time in 20 years, the American Automobile Association is not issuing a Memorial Day travel forecast because of the extreme uncertainty. But the organization says travel volume is likely to set a record low. Drivers will likely find good news at the gas pump, however. Gas Buddy, an app that helps people find lowest gas prices, estimates Memorial Day weekend prices to be the lowest since 2003. Lee Nettles, executive director of the Outer Banks Visitors Bureau in Manteo, says the coast is ready for business, but vacationers should come prepared. If you're heading down, Nettles said you might want to bring some of the essentials with you. Some groceries, like paper products, haven't been in supply at some stores. And while the state's Phase 2 plan to reopen means more stores, restaurants, and attractions will be operating, locals say visitors need to be patient as businesses adapt. For instance, with restaurants operating at 50% capacity, it might be tougher to find a table. Also, the state is recommending that no more than 6 people sit at a single table unless they're part of the same household. Nettles said even though it feels like we're coming out of the pandemic, it's important to remember the 3 W's: wearing masks in public, waiting further back in line to maintain social distance, and washing your hands frequently and thoroughly. He said officials along the coast are asking that everyone continue the safety measures that have helped to flatten the curve so far, adding that, quote, coronavirus doesn't take a vacation. Yesterday, 2 of North Carolina's largest public universities announced plans for a condensed fall semester to guard against spreading COVID-19. The chancellors of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and North Carolina State University sent emails to students and faculty outlining the schedule. Both campuses will start August 10th, skip fall break, and complete final exams before Thanksgiving to end the semester early. In his email regarding the Raleigh campus, NC State Chancellor Randy Woodson said, quote, many public health experts believe our nation and our state could face a second wave of COVID-19 sometime in late fall or early winter. This guidance led us to start and finish the semester early in an effort to try and stay ahead of a potential second wave. Starting today, North Carolinians who have exhausted their unemployment insurance benefits can apply for an extension as part of the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation Program, which provides up to 13 weeks of additional assistance for people who've used up their 12 weeks of state unemployment insurance benefits. So far, more than 922,000 people have filed unemployment claims in North Carolina. 565,000 of those have been paid, totaling $2.3 billion. If your benefit year has expired and you wish to apply for the program, you can do so on the Office of Unemployment Insurance website. Those who already have an open unemployment compensation claim don't need to do anything different. They can continue filing their biweekly claim to automatically receive the additional 13 weeks of benefits. This has been your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Friday, May 22nd, 2020. As always, if you like the information and resources you get from this show, let us know. Leave a rating and review wherever it is you listen. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe. We hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday weekend, and we will be back next week. Thanks for listening.